Let's see, we're live on Facebook. All right, ready to start the show? I'm ready to start the show. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to start the show.
Hunt for the thrill of the chase. In the stillness of the air, we find our place. With focus and precision, we take our stance. Green adventures where the adrenaline runs high as we let the
All right, welcome to this edition of Turkey Talk Radio, May 21st, 2025. Hope everyone's having a great Wednesday all across the good old US of A. Thanks for everybody checking us out on the Outdoor Call Radio app and all over the US. Appreciate you there. Thanks to everybody watching us on the live stream. Just got back from PA. We got a lot to talk about here in the next whatever we're doing. And I want to thank everybody from Flex Fletch, Game Hide, Fred's Bait and Tackle up in Deer River, Minnesota, Pure Whitetail, Gearhead Archery, Rupert's Roost and Peace Turkey Calls, and for helping us do the shows. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to get into it. I'll just start off with talking a little bit about Pennsylvania. And I was out there with the gang from Rupert's at Turkey Camp. Rupert's, AJ, what's going on, bro? That's my buddy, Mr. Garth Brooks of Pennsylvania, right there. AJ Shawley. AJ, I got to see him and hear him sing for a little bit, so that was good. I just had a phenomenal time out in Pennsylvania. I was out in Greensburg and got to see everybody out there. Got to see Chris from talk to Chris from Valor Jerky. Got to see Chris D out of Creek Archery. Got a chance to see Chris and Cookie, Freddie, Murph, Todd, Lewandowski, Chris DePerna, Mountain Man. I got to see him, Stefan, Austin. I'm missing a whole bunch of people. Bob and Dan, Roger Wild. What's going on, Tommy? How's it going, buddy? Tommy Mitzker. I got a chance to see him last week too. There's the Loverdowski. Chris is a nice guy. I forgot a bag of camera gear, and he actually FedExed it or UPS'd it for me today. So thanks, Chris. I appreciate you doing that for me. Got a chance to spend 4 or 5 quality days with the Rupert, and that was worth its weight in gold right there. It was good. Did way better this year than I did last year, to be honest with you. We actually called in a bird out at Paul's place, and to make a long story short, I should have had a show done, and it's just that's turkey hunting. I should have had number 100 with my bow. Had him at 8 yards on the DSD, and long story short, his back he jumped up on the decoy, and Todd was over there next to me. I had a second angle camera going. I had the big camera going, and he hopped up on the DSD on the 3/4 strutting Jake, and he just kind of moved around a little bit, but he kept his back to me, and I hate that back shot with it. I just hate it. I just hate it, hate it, hate it. And he was slightly quartering away from me too. On the camera angle, he's dead straight, but on my angle, he was turned. So I was hoping all he had to do was just turn. I don't know how many birds I've shot that got on a decoy or attacked a decoy, rubs up against them, and they give you a broadside or a front shot. And I just did not get that with this bird. And he saw something or heard something he didn't like, and he popped off the decoy. He went about 3 yards, and he gave me a quartering away shot out of strut. And I said, well, that's what I need. And I put that pin right on that secondary feather line. And just as I shot, he turned to the left. What's up, Murph? Good to see you, buddy. Austin, good to see you. He turned, and the arrow went right down his right side. So it just did not work out for me, and but at least it was a lot better than last year as far as turkey hunting. I actually got to hear some gobbles. It rained on us the first couple days. I want to thank Todd, because Todd worked his butt off to try to get me on some birds, and he actually took me to his honey hole, and it just didn't work out. But yeah, it should have been done. I'm not going to say it was it's hunting. I'm still sick about it. You know how I feel about when I shoot a bird, and He's gonna be fine. I just took some feathers, so he's gonna. It's not a mortal wound by any means, but it's man, if I'm gonna miss, I'd rather miss clean, you know. And I'd show that. I would show that because it's not an ego thing, but it was way better hunting this year than it was last year. We went a week early, and everybody had such a good time at camp. Freddie, Chris, Cookie, Stefan, Austin, like I said, Chris DePerna came out, Mountain Man. AJ was out there. Donnie Warren was out there. Got a chance to see Sweeney and just a whole bunch of people, and they're just you couldn't find nicer people out there. They were just super nice, and it was a great time, and that's the whole thing about the hunting camp and stuff is the memories you get. If you get the tag, that's a good thing. And I had an encounter. Um, uh, it's just hunting camp's always fun. So I want to thank everybody. It was a great time, and it just and hey, if you're going out that way, the boys taught me something this time. Easy Pass. They told me about Easy Pass because I've been taking 70 out there instead of 80 because I really didn't want to deal with the tolls. And Todd took me over to whatever that grocery store was, and I got an Easy Pass nail, and that I saved me like an hour and a half coming back home. So thanks to Murph and everybody that talked me into getting that Easy Pass because that's worth its weight in gold right there, right there. If you're going to travel anywhere when you got tolls and stuff going on, that's good. Tommy, good to see you again. Thank you for that. I'm glad. Bob brought me some cinnamon rolls, and that was nice. Todd actually took me to this really fancy. Hey, Kevin, how's it going, buddy? Everything's good, man. I hope you're doing well too. Took me to this really fancy bakery out there, and that was amazing. It was as big as a grocery store, folks. That's how big that bakery was. It was good, and got some good food, and I can't wait to get out there and see everybody again. Matt Kreis, I got to see Matt Kreis from Chico Outdoors. He came out. And it was just a good time, folks. That's the main thing of it, and the hunting is just the gravy on the biscuit. So they invited Philip come out. One of these days we'll have to get Vanderpool out there and see if he can. The set, here's the thing about the turkeys. When they got lockjaw, they're there. They're around there, but they're not gobbling. And it's like hunting a ghost, man. And thank you, Murph. It's just it's frustrating because and like Todd said, he goes, I threw everything arsenal wise at him, and it just there were some days where we just didn't see a bird. But that's hunting when you go to that is Pennsylvania. Anybody that takes a bird in Pennsylvania, Murph and Freddie and Austin were stacking them up. But and then Eric, I think Eric, I hope I got that right. Eric got a nice bird, and I'm talking older birds, some good hooks on them, man, good spurs. But there was some fine birds taken, so a big tip of the hat to all those guys, because if you can take an eastern in Pennsylvania, you've made it. You've done some accomplishment there. You really have. I'll always say that. So there you go. I will tell you about a funny a funny thing. So the last 2 days, I've been telling you about. I bought a 410 and I put that new green dot vortex scope on it. The last 2 days we had some rain coming in, and I said, you know what? I want to get a bird. So let's go run and gun them. Let's go chase them. So Todd and I took off, and we didn't get on them, but it was that's the first time I've went hunting without a camera, and I don't know when. But man, I tell you what, that gun was just smoke dead on, and if one would have poked its head out, I think it would have been in trouble. That nitro ammo from Ray and his wonderful family out there at Nitro Ammo in Missouri. That I couldn't believe the TSS. We shot that again out of camp a couple times because I wanted to move my scope a little bit forward. I had a little bit back too much, and Murph and Freddie and Austin and trying to think if there was anybody else. A couple other people, Bob and some other people helped me. Andy, maybe it was Andy. They helped me move that scope and manipulate it a little bit. But we got that thing tightened down, and we went out and I shot a couple of times. I let Murph shot it, and it was just, I mean, it just obliterated the target. That TSS shot down there at Nitro Ammo does an amazing job. So I would look at that if you're ever wanting to go to a 410 and check that out. But that was about the recap on the hunting side. I do have a funny story for you, and this will probably be a shorter show today, so I don't know if we'll do any commercials. But hang on, I gotta. Well, you know what? Let me hit two, three commercials real quick, and then I'll come back. Don't go anywhere because you're gonna want to hear this story. Okay, you, I trust me. You're gonna want to hear this story. It was at my expense. We'll be right back on Turkey Talk Radio on the Outdoor Call Radio Network.
Love the outdoors? Carbon TV brings it all to you. From adrenaline pumping hunts and epic fishing trips to wild game cooking, survival, live cams, and more. It's the #1 streaming platform for outdoor content, and it's 100% free. Watch full episodes, short films, and podcasts straight from your browser, TV, or smart device. Real outdoor adventure, zero subscription. Watch anytime, anywhere, always free. Carbon TV.
Have you been looking for an easier way to haul your gear for your outdoor adventures or projects? Well, have you looked at Compass Carts? Compass Carts offers a unique and durable system for all of your outdoor needs. Compass Carts works with your e-bikes for easy loading of your game, gear, or what you need to go from camp, tailgates, or to the project site. They offer several hitch options so you can use your ATV or your side-by-side as well. Compass carts have great suspensions that hold up to big payloads, wheel options that can handle over 300-pound loads while holding up to the harshest terrains with no flats. They also convert to a carrier for your bike or gear by simply loading to your vehicle hitch with ease. So no more struggling to get your deer, elk, or other game and gear back. Just load it on your Compass cart and you're on your way. For more information, check them out, compasscarts.com, or find a dealer near you.
Have you ever been out hunting and starting to do the hard work of breaking down that game you just tagged, only to have your knife fail after you just tried to take the hide off to quarter the animal? Well, let me tell you about a knife that will never let that happen to you. That's Weeby Knives. It's quickly becoming the go-to outdoor knife in the industry. Hey, it's Outdoors Dan. I want to tell you about the most functional set of outdoor knives I've came across in a while, Weeby Knives. Have trouble keeping an edge on a knife? Go check out WeebyKnives.com. Replaceable scalpel blades that make sure you always have a sharp knife in the field. I have a Weeby knife in my tackle box and my backpack. That way I know I'm covered no matter what job I need to do, and it's going to be done the right way. From turkey hunting to deer hunting, trapping to camping, Weeby knives are my go-to in the field. Don't believe me?
I'm Ronnie Adams from History Channel Swamp People, and when I want a sharp knife, I'll reach for Weeby knives. You heard me? Weeby knives, wicked sharp, my baby.
Now that's a knife. Get yours at WeebyKnives.com and tell them Outdoors Dan sent you.
Hearts pounding as we draw our bows on the hunt for the thrill of the chase.
All right, welcome back to Turkey Talk Radio on the Outdoor Call Radio Network. Hope everyone's having a great Wednesday all across the good old US of A. Thanks for putting the app on my phone, listening to it all the time. Thank you. Tommy, you need to send me some screenshots, buddy. I'm going to get to that here in a second. Let me tell you a little bit about my buddy Todd Rupert. So the last day we're back at Paul's, and I felt bad because Todd still had a turkey tag, so we both had our shotguns with us, and I said, he goes, well, here, I'm gonna sit. He sat with me for about 35, 40 minutes because he wanted to call on a bird for me. So we're just sitting there and we're just not hearing anything. So he goes, I'm gonna go do a walkabout and I'll be back in a couple hours. If you hear or see anything, just text me and we'll go from there. I said, not a problem, and we'll handle that and we'll go from there. And anyway, long story short, so I'm sitting there and I got a bag of Doritos and a and granola bar or whatever it was. So I'm sitting there and I got this chipmunk running in between the May apples on me. And there was just nothing going on. So I made friends with the chipmunk. I was putting little Dorito chips on top, and he was coming and finally got in and started eating them. So I made a little buddy while I was out there. So I don't know, about 10:40, 10:50, 11 o'clock. I think it was closer to 11 maybe. I'm just sitting there and all of a sudden I hear, boom! And I'm going, oh. And you know what I always say? Between 10 and 2 is when I've taken the most of my birds over my hunting time. 10 to 2. So we're done at noon. in Pennsylvania. You can only hunt the all day hunting hadn't started yet. So I'm sitting there and then I hear it again. Boom! And I'm going, oh man, that bird's close. That bird's close. So I get my calls out and I start soft yelping and clucking. He's cutting me off, answering me, firing it up. This goes on for like 15, 20 minutes, and it's like I'm sitting on the ground in one of those gobbler chairs, one of those strutter chairs, and I'm facing down the ridge, but the calling's moving, so the tom's moving, right? So I'm going, man, I can't move because if I try to reposition, what am I going to do if he comes behind me or whatever? So I'll just stay to. So anyway, I do a couple clucks, cluck cluck cluck, boo, and it's getting closer. I mean, you can really hear it now. No, for about another 3 or 4 minutes, I did a couple clucks and purrs and boo, and it's getting closer and closer. And this time it's moving up on top of the ridge on me, right? So he's coming up. So I'm just sitting there and I'm trying not to move. I got the 410 on my knee and I'm looking straight ahead. I'm just sitting there going, okay, I'm just going to see what happens if he comes down. Hopefully he'll filter down below me, and there's acorns everywhere. So I was hoping that they were scratching in the timber. And the next thing I know, I hear I hear something walking through the, crunching. And I just kind of moving my head just real slow. And I see something out of my corner of my eye. And then I turn just a little bit more and I see blaze orange. And here comes the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Todd Rupert, with his blaze orange vest, just smiling. It was him gobbling. And I'll be honest with you, I thought it was a real Tom. He does his gobble call. It sounded just like a real bird. I mean, my heart was pump 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 pump, and I was getting pumped. And I told him too. I said, I can't say what I told him, to be honest with you, because I don't want to cuss on the radio, because I did let a metaphor go. But I said, Rupert, I said, I go, I owe you so much. And he goes, did you? He goes, I knew I had you when you started calling back. And I said, I know you were across that ridge down there, just doing your little happy dance, and I got the old man, I got the outdoor guy. He did, he got me. Yeah. So I got Rupert in Pennsylvania. Anyway, see, I'll never forget that. That's a story, and that's what friends are for, right? Anyway, Austin's laughing his ass. It is. It's funny, Austin, but it's not. It was hurtful, man. It was hurtful. I got laughing emojis. All right, so we are approaching. Iowa ended on Sunday, and as far as the totals for Iowa's turkey harvest, I do got preliminary numbers. 15,339 as of today. That's been reported and checked in on the Iowa Department of Natural Resources website. So congratulations to everybody that harvested a bird. I got 2 of those. So everybody hopefully had a pretty good season. I don't know what the numbers were last year. We'll do a comparison when I get their full numbers. But I did want to let everybody know it looks like it was good. We've had a lot of rain since I've been back, which is not good because we got poults being hatched right now, and rain is not good for newborn turkeys. They only get a couple of days with that egg sac where they've got food. I mean, they got to have bugs and stuff to eat. And hey, Jeff, what's going on? Marcus James, it's all about the memories. Marcus, you know that, pal. It really, really is. Hi, Lori. Cut the beard off. Yeah, I should cut his beard. Oh, you're talking about mine? I got home and I shaved. I was so disgusted. I just shaved and I said I'm gonna start over. Yeah, I did. I cut my beard off. So we're coming up on our 4-year anniversary. Now the radio shows have been on for 27 years in St. Louis and 24 years in Des Moines. So we've been on for a long time. We've been very blessed. It's because of you out there listening, and all our great partners that we've been able to stay on, and the good Lord above. Cut his beard off, Lori. I'm going to, some way, somehow, I will. There will be retribution, Lori. I promise. Yeah, the beard will get his. I promise you. But the app, we started the app. I can't believe it's been 4 years since we started the Outdoor Call Radio app. It's our 4 year anniversary. We're gonna we're gonna do a couple of neat things. Uh, we're gonna do a couple different contests. We're gonna do an anniversary contest. This where people that have been listening can enter. And listen to this. While I was on my way back and I was in Pennsylvania, I got a hold of everybody at Ozonics. Ozonics is going to send me a couple of units. We're going to give away a couple of Ozonics units. We're going to give away a DSD deer decoy. I've got fourth arrow gear, Flex Fletch stuff, Weeby knives, Game Hide camo, Rupert's grunt calls, Tasket boots, Norlander socks, Work Sharp, uh, pure whitetail product for mock scrapes. I'm going to have some pure whitetail stuff to give out. We're going to have a couple different packages. We're going to do a regular anniversary package, and then for on the app, I want to do something to get new listeners. If and I've got a list of everybody that's emailed me over the last 3 years. I keep an email list so I can go back and reconcile stuff. We're going to do a new listener category where they're going to get a lot of the same swag. So we're going to start that here in what's today, the 21st. We're going to start that this. We'll probably start it this weekend. Well, we got to start it on Monday. It's Monday through Friday. If you have not downloaded the Outdoor Call Radio app, you just got to go to your app store on your phone. It doesn't matter if you're an Android or a iPhone user, but you got to download the app and then send me a picture, email me a picture of you listening on the phone on your app, okay? And you can do that Monday through Friday, and I will put you in there. And you can enter a couple times a week. I don't care. Just it's just for brand new listeners though. We're doing that, and then we're gonna have about a $600-700 package for everybody else that's been with me for the last 4 years. So nobody's losing anything. We're doing it to get new members. So if you're out there listening on the live stream and you haven't listened on the app, please download the Outdoor Call Radio app. It's free. It's free to listen, and chances you're gonna win something if you listen for a year and email me a screenshot of a show you're listening to Monday through Friday. Chances are within a year you're gonna win something. Plus, you might win one of these big prizes too. So we got the big anniversary giveaway, and then we got a new listener giveaway that we're gonna do. We're gonna give those away in August, September. Okay. And I'm going to keep adding to that list. So there's going to be a lot of big prizes. We'll have some modern Spartan products. So we'll have some knife cleaning, gun cleaning kits in there. I know that'll be part of it, and just a lot of stuff. So we're excited. That was the big announcement. I wanted to tell everybody. So I've got on my computers and my emails. I've got a little mailbox that says new listener contest. So anybody that have never emailed me before with a picture of listening to the app is going to go into that category. Everybody else will go into the regular anniversary drawing. So either way, you're in the side. All right. Thumbs up. Sound like a good deal? I think that's a tremendous prize, especially if like I said, you get a DSD deer decoy. That's $500-600 right there, $700. This is going to be a big deal, folks. So, um, yeah, no thumbs up. Nobody giving me a thumbs up. Come on, give me a thumbs up. It's all right. I'll get a thumbs up. We're going to have a good time with this. And it doesn't cost you anything but your time listening. So how about that? I didn't want you to have to buy anything on this. We'll do a couple other deals this fall. If you buy a pair of Norlander socks, or if you buy a Rupert's grunt call, if you buy a Weeby knife, we're going to have another deal that I'll put you in. So we're going to have at least 3 or 4 contests going into the fall hunting season where you're going to get some great gear. Always been a good listen when you're on the air. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate that. There's a thumbs up from Scotty in Oklahoma. Scott's good about sending stuff in. He listens almost every day. So we appreciate Scotty. Thanks, Austin. There's another one. Yeah, so that's going to be fun. Let's see. We got the Cubs Outdoor Day. That is going to be Friday, May 30th. We'll be out there at the main entrance of the ballpark. First 750 people coming through is going to get an Iowa Cubs Meps fishing lure, a spinner, just to come by, and then I'll have an outdoor stand. I've got a Grizzly 45 quart cooler I'm giving away that day. A Trica walleye rod and an outdoors dam prize pack. So we'll be giving those away there. So hopefully come by the booth. If you have not downloaded the app, we'll probably ask you to do that to get into the drawings there. So and then that'll put you into there's the Love Radowski. That'll get you into the other thing right there too. Oh, let's see. 750 fans. I think I got that right. I did. 750 fans. There's going to be Turn In Poachers trailer there. We're going to have state conservation officers there. There's going to be an indoor playground with backyard bass t-shirts and coloring. Gates open at 6 o'clock. First pitch is scheduled at 7:08. So we will see you there. The Iowa Hunter Education Instructor Association is going to benefit from this, and it's going to be a great, great deal. All right, I think that's it tonight. I got everything in I needed to. The Unknown Files show is up at 7. So make sure you join Cheryl and all the gang for that if you like ghost stories and all that other fun stuff. So Unknown Files will be on at 7. And then otherwise, I will be on Saturday at 7 to 9 on ESPN. We'll be on the live stream as well. And I will have you all taken care of. So thanks for joining me on this turkey talk. Congrats to everybody that got out. I can't believe turkey season is over. Skippy is out in he's in bear country, bear hunting right now. So we'll have him on to talk about his bear hunts when he gets back. Richard, I'll be calling you. We need to do some walleye fishing here in a couple weeks. So as soon as I get my daughter, congratulations to my daughter. She is going to graduate Sunday. So we're all going out to see her graduate. So we get through that, and we get through a couple other things. I'm going to start hitting the water, and then of course we'll start getting ready for deer season, get those mock scrapes going and stuff. So we got a lot to do and talk about through the summer yet here on the Outdoor Call Radio Network, and we'll probably switch over to Buck Talk Radio here in a week or two. We'll probably just do an Outdoor Call Radio segment on Wednesdays for sure on that. So. All right, I'm going to get out of here. You all be good. Thank you for staying with me for half an hour. I appreciate you. Congratulations to her. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. We're very proud of her. I will see you soon. If you need anything, just message me or get with me. Tony, if you're listening to this, I did call and check on your boots. Okay. So we'll get going on there. We got some new product coming out that you're going to be excited about too. I got a heads up on. I'll be able to tell you here in a week or so. But that's going to be it for everybody here on the Outdoor Call Radio Network. We'll see you next time. Until then, God bless everybody. Have a great night and keep it on the Outdoor Call Radio Network. In the stillness of the air, we find out.